This recent peer review article shows us the best GEO strategies that will get you 40% more visibility in the AI search engines like Google AI Overviews, GPT Search, and Perplexity. This is the new aim of the game here. I've distilled it and narrowed it down into 3 main strategies that you can start implementing today to your business to get more visibility, which is going to lead into more traffic and then more leads, even in the day and age of AI search engines. And I know these strategies work not only because it's a peer review article, but we do a lot of the strategies that they mention in our community, which is dedicated to helping business owners and agency owners rank #1 in the AI Overviews, GPT Search, and Perplexity. Just today, Tamara said that she had a 300% growth for one of her clients following some of the strategies that we're going to go through. So this peer review paper is really interesting. I'm going to leave a link to it below so you can have a read on it. It was published by Princeton University. But let's get to the main strategies. Also, I'm going to leave you a prompt at the end that's going to make it very easy to update all your content that you've published before that will adhere to these strategies that they recommend. So you want to stick around to the end for that prompt. First, we need to make sure that we understand what they mean by generative engines. And this is the first time I've seen that placed in a peer review article paper. Generative engines typically satisfy queries by synthesizing information from multiple sources and summarizing them using large language models. This is the difference where before they were search engines, meaning you would search for something and they would give you a blue link and you would have to go and find the answer. But now they are answer engines or generative engines where they do the searching for you and they provide you with the answer right away without having you to go through the actual content to find the answer. So the new aim of the game here has changed from being the #1 blue link, the destination, to being the source, being the subject matter expert that the large language model uses to make up its answers. And therefore, GEO, Generative Engine Optimization, is the act or the frameworks developed through research for content creators to write in a way that makes their work more visible in the AI search results. #1. Integrate well-cited statistics from reputable sources. This can significantly boost your content's visibility because it makes it more trustworthy. Let me give you a quick example of what I mean here, right? A bad example would be if you're making a statement like, video marketing is becoming more popular each year. Sure, it's a statement, but there's no data in there and you're not backing up that statement, meaning where did you get that information? The fixed example of this would be video marketing is growing rapidly, with 91% of businesses using it in 2023. I've made a statement, I've given you a factual number, and I've even given you the source of where I got it from. Ideally, you also want to backlink that source to the contextual keyword. This is really, really important. So a couple of things to keep in mind here. Whenever you make a statement, make it a hard statement, meaning data, and leave the link of where you got that information. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a prompt that does this for you automatically with all of the old blogs that you might have. #2 is clarity compression. Condense complex ideas into short, clear statements that can improve AI selection, and raise your visibility. This means don't write extra fluff. People are obsessed with thinking that the more they write or the longer their blog post is, the better they're going to do, and it couldn't be more farther from the truth. You need to make it as condensed as possible. If it can take you 100 words to say something that you wanted to say in 500 words, make it 100 words, meaning condense, cut the fluff. For example, a bad example of this would be, in today's modern, fast-paced world of technology, businesses are finding themselves needing to adapt quickly in order to keep up with the changes that are happening all around them. Unnecessary mouthful. I could have said that with a fixed example. Business must adapt quickly to keep up with the rapid technological changes, right? So I said the same thing, although I fumbled it, but never mind. I said the same thing in much less word count. #3, and the final one, is write at an 8th grade reading level. Use simple, clear language. This ensures your content is more accessible to a broader audience. That's the main thing here. Now, I want to be clear. This isn't dumbing down your content. This is simplifying it so that everybody can understand it. Don't write like your audiences are kids or stupid, but don't use unnecessary complex jargon. I think Albert Einstein said it the best. If you can't explain something simple enough, you simply don't understand it well enough. And that's the aim of the game here. A bad example, for example, is the proliferation of video-based marketing strategies has precipitated a paradigm shift in consumer engagement methodologies. All right. A fixed example of this would be video marketing is changing the way businesses can connect with customers. If an 8th grader can understand it, you're on the right track. The only time where this isn't the case is if you're actually writing about complex topics like rocket sciences or some sort of medical procedure and it's in the research paper. But if you're writing a blog post about these things, then again, keep it at an 8th grade level. How can you use this to your advantage? Well, now you know, I think, when you start writing content that you need to back up your statement, you need to keep it clear and concise, and ideally at an 8th grade reading level. Now, I've developed this prompt for you that you can start using today. It's very easy to use. I'm going to copy the whole thing, and it's just telling the GPT to make sure that it looks at the blog post and improves it with statistics wherever possible. There are some inputs that you can leave empty, you can fill in, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to fill in the URL here, for example, and I'm going to give it one of my old blog posts. Let's see which one I can improve. I'm going to go to my website. I'm going to go to blog post. And what have I done here? Beautiful. This one here, I really like this one, The Uncomfortable Truth About SEO. And I'm going to go back to GPT. I'm going to make sure to paste it in the right area, and I'm going to ensure that it's got the web search enabled. I've got GPT-5 fast enabled. That's more than smart enough, and I'm going to hit enter. So after a couple of minutes, let's see what it's suggesting for me to do. Summary: total claims scanned 20, majority potentially supportable claims in the article body, flags found 10. So 10 things that I really should back up with statements. So a table of flagged claim statements, backlinks always work. This is an absolute claim without number. That's actually a good point. Proposed statistic: the number one result on average has 3.8 times more backlinks than position 2 and 10. Beautiful. It's even given me where it's got the information so that I can back the statement. So I can go now through the blog post where I've made some statements, and it's even given me where to place it in, right? So rewrite the markdown. Backlinks are far from useless. In fact, the number one result in Google has on average 3.8 times more backlinks than the position, and roughly 95% of pages with 0 backlinks. And I can link it to this section here. So it's given me the sources, it's given me where I need to place it in there. I could just go and do these fixes by simply updating this information. So the data, backlinking it to the source, uploading it again to Google Search Console, and my blog post will be more visible in the AI overviews. This along with the research paper will be in the video description below. Congratulations, you know now how to optimize for GEO with data, with scientific backed data. The next thing is to understand, well, how do I do this on mass? And I've done a video here that allows you to write blog posts en masse that have your tone of voice, are well researched, and are backed by articles like this, like the ones that I've done here. You want to go watch that video then. Cheers.